so much for having me today to explain to you some of the key points about Care Patrol, the nation's largest and most successful senior placement franchise. I want to start out with a few statistics that are going to help you really get your arms around why this is a fantastic franchise opportunity. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the senior demographic is the fastest growing demographic in the United States. It has been for many years, and all signs point to the fact that it will continue to do so for decades to come. I'm not sure if you know this, but over 10,000 individuals each and every day turn 65 in the United States. And that means, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, there will be 70 million individuals of that age group by the year 2030. Now, we already know that 13 million seniors currently need various levels of care, including senior placement. But by the year 2050, that number is going to double, 27 million. So anything in the senior genre is going to do extraordinarily well. And senior placement, well, I'll tell you a little bit more about that now. Let's talk about Care Patrol. Care Patrol is the nation's largest and arguably most successful senior placement franchise. We provide personalized assistance to be able to find the safest and most appropriate senior living option for each and every client. And that is what they want, what they need, and what they afford. Now, living longer, not necessarily healthier, but we absolutely all know that life's about options. And so there will be seniors who no longer want to live at home. They just don't want to. They want new surroundings. They want more socialization. And they definitely can still continue to take care of themselves. So for them, independent living might be the ideal situation. There are others that need a little bit of assistance. And while they could have home care, they would prefer to move out of a home that maybe has too many steps or too much maintenance involved. And so they may want to go to, assisted living, because they could utilize some acts of daily living assistance and have their meals prepared and things like that for them. Still, there are others who might need nursing home care, which is additional medical assistance as well as acts of daily living. And of course, I'm sure you know that in the United States and probably worldwide, there is an increase in the number of individuals who are being diagnosed with memory care issues like Alzheimer's and dementia. And for them, there's senior living options in the memory care genre. Well, Care Patrol makes sure that we do a thorough investigation of what each individual senior needs, wants, and can afford, and then provides them with options so that they make the best choice for themselves. It's a simple, proven process that has been created over the course of the last 25 plus years. I'll tell you more about the history of Care Patrol in just a few moments. Our service is absolutely free to clients, and therefore there's no resistance having those clients utilize the service of our franchise owners. The revenue model is through commissions or referral fees that are earned each and every time a senior is placed in the community. It's very similar to the real estate type of a model as well as franchise consulting. It really follows the same model. So you should really be able to understand the simplicity, the importance of the process, and how much revenue can be driven when you do everything the right way. This is also a business that allows individuals who are looking for a way to give back to their community an opportunity to do well as business owners by doing good for those in the community. So it's a soul brand. It really hits people in the feels. And if you can see me, you'll see I'm kind of touching my heart right now. So when you get an individual who says they want to wake up every morning feeling good about what they're going to be doing and going to bed at night saying, I know that I made a difference on people's lives, please think about Care Patrol. It's the ideal franchise opportunity for them. So there's not a lot of ways for individuals who want to work with the senior community to do so. I mean, in the past, there's been, you could become a doctor and maybe specialize in gerontology, or an attorney and get into elder law. Most people think of working with seniors with the opportunity to do home care, and certainly that's an option. But what we have found is that one of the best ways for individuals to serve this silver tsunami that we're experiencing across the United States is through senior living placement. Let me tell you a few reasons why. First, unlike home care, senior placement requires just 1 to 2 employees. Usually, that is going to be the owner-operator and administrator. Now, such a small team removes all of the headaches, all of the time, all of the expense of employing a large team of caregivers that is normally associated with a home model. Secondly, senior placement has absolutely no federal and state licensing required. And you know in home care that normally there are those requirements, which means that franchise owners are spending a good amount of time looking behind their backs to make sure that they're covering them so that they don't do anything wrong inadvertently. Well, in the case of senior living placement, no federal and no state licensing. So franchise owners can look forward, building their business with full confidence that as long as they're following the proven training, processes, and systems of Care Patrol, they're going to be able to enjoy success. And lower operating costs is a huge reason why people love the senior living placement opportunity. It's home-based, so there's no real estate. I've already mentioned minimal staff, so you reduce that cost. There's no inventory, so you've got higher profit margins. In fact, our franchise owners enjoy anywhere from 50 to 60% profit margins on their gross revenues. So this can be an extraordinarily lucrative opportunity as well as the way to be able to serve seniors and their families in the community. So I've mentioned to you that Care Patrol is the United States' largest and most successful, and I will add most respected senior living franchisor. Really proud to report that Care Patrol has been awarded the coveted Franchisee Satisfaction Award, Franchise Business Review, 9 years in a row, from 2011 till this year, 2018. Considering we've been franchising since 2009, so this is a 10-year anniversary, having 9 years in a row is an extraordinary feat because you're not even allowed to win it your first year in business. You need that first year as a basis. So 9 years in a row that our franchise owners consistently repeat how they love working within the Care Patrol system. We're the only senior living placement franchisor to be in the top spot that many years in a row. Very, very proud of that. Additionally, take a look at Trustpilot. We actively reach out to our consumer that are utilizing the Care Patrol services after each and every interaction to get their opinions. And again, very proud to report astounding results. We're averaging 9.9 in terms of the satisfaction rating. And that's based on over 1,000 different responses to our inquiries. How did we do? Go take a look at trustpilot.com and put in Care Patrol and see the fantastic responses that we receive with regard to the services provided across the country. I think you'll be convinced that this is a fantastic response rate. So let's go a little bit more about the statistics and details surrounding Care Patrol. First of all, we offer a very proven business model. Care Patrol was founded in 1993 by a gentleman named Chuck Bongiovanni. And Chuck's become synonymous with senior care and senior living over the course of the last 25 plus years. This gentleman has founded organizations, nonprofits, and other types of groups that actually advocate on behalf of having seniors live their best life. In 2009, Chuck started franchising Care Patrol, and we're proud to say over 150 franchise locations in 44 states since that time. So we've got a track record, and we've got great penetration across the United States already. The goal, we know we have at least another 100 prime territories to award, and we want to do that by the year 2023. With your help, I know we can do it. One really fabulous aspect of Care Patrol and why our franchisees love us so much and are so successful, that's a little teaser to what I'm going to talk about with the numbers toward the end of this presentation, is the national partnerships that have been established. I mentioned that Chuck Bongiovanni is the granddaddy of senior placement. Everybody in senior care knows Chuck Bongiovanni, and as a result, he has been able to forge partnerships with some of the nation's most well-known and respected partners. Brookdale and dozens of other senior living facilities. You know the names I'm talking about. Just look up National Senior Living, and if it's up there on the list, we've got pre-negotiated contracts for our franchisees that are going to pay them high commissions, anywhere from 75 to 100% of a month's cost to live in the facility. And already set, so our franchisees can start placement essentially on the day they finish their training. We also have national partnerships with other respected organizations such as Kindred at Home. They're the largest medical home care company and hospice organization in the United States. And we've developed a very strong partnership, cross-referring clients back and forth. And that is why our franchise owners are able to get such a great number of leads on the warm basis. This is not about cold calling. This is not about staying on a corner, watching an ambulance fly by, and following it in the hopes that somebody needs assistance by being placed in a senior community. Not at all. This is all a highly professional business-to-business referral type of lead generation. And so we're going to show and tell all franchise owners how to build relationships with other professionals in their communities that are working with senior clientele and their families. And that includes hospitals, nursing homes, rehab centers, gerontologists, elder care attorneys, financial planners, you name it. So we'll give all of the best practices for building those relationships to receive those warm leads. Because you know as well as I do, people do business with those that they know, like, trust, and just as importantly, remember. So we'll provide all the training to ensure that that professional business-to-business referral network is built and fortified. Over 85% of our leads come from that type of referral network. So we are a minimal amount of marketing required because it's all about building those relationships. There are other organizations that also created partnerships with and more on the horizon. So I'm more than glad to discuss them with you and your franchise candidates as soon as I get a chance to speak with them personally. Now, another really important part of why Care Patrol is so successful and why we know that we're going to be able to add those 100 additional franchise territories over the course of the next few years is our incredible ownership and leadership. We were already a very successful company, but in 2017, we were approached by the Riverside Company. You may know that name. They were the powerhouse venture capital company behind the success of Neighborly and the Dwyer Group. Those are companies that are fully involved with home repair and home maintenance. Well, back a few years ago, they recognized that the fastest growing population in the United States, as I mentioned before, is the senior demographic. So they divested themselves of all of the neighborly holdings in deference to creating a new umbrella organization that would serve the entire continuum of care for seniors. And they named it Best Life Brands. And their first acquisition was our sister company, Comfort Care Home Care. And after approaching Chuck Bongiovanni in 2017, Chuck took about a year to consider this offer and ultimately in January of 2018 accepted the offer from Riverside to become part of Best Life Brands. And by the way, lest you think that Chuck is gone, no, no, no. He is more involved than ever before, both with Care Patrol and with finding the additional companies that will be making up 12 to 15 plus franchise leaders who will become part of Best Life Brands. By the way, another teaser, we're currently looking at a few brands. We should be able to do more about additional members of the Best Life family very soon. So we've got the financial backing and the franchise experience of Riverside Company. We have got the expertise in senior care placement with Chuck Bongiovanni and our brand president, Becky Bongiovanni, and she has been with this organization basically from the time that we started franchising. She was the #1 franchisee, as a matter of fact. And so Becky and Chuck are still with this company, very much involved. In addition, they've brought on a top-notch CEO to run Best Life Brands in the form of Steve Greenbaum. And a lot of you know who he is. He is the gentleman behind the success of Postnet. Postnet grew to over 650 locations worldwide. This gentleman is completely well-known and respected within franchising circles. Excuse me. He knows what it takes to be able to attract talent, to be able to leverage resources, and to grow Best Life Brands and all of the franchises within it to the highest level of success. So you are with a company with Care Patrol that is going to be here now and be here for years and decades to come, getting stronger and stronger on behalf of the franchisees and the individuals that they serve. I also want to point out to you that there's absolutely no experience necessary in seniors, senior living, home care, health care. Over 90% of our franchise owners never had any of that experience. They were C-level individuals who wanted a change in their life. They were homemakers. They were blue-collar professionals. We have individuals from all walks of life. Every aspect of the training, support, and resources that a franchise owner needs in order to succeed is provided by Care Patrol.